Hi everyone and welcome to another reading. This is Z's Joy Tarot. My name is Zoe and thank you for being here. Thank you for your energy. I'm focusing for the week 11th to 17th of August 2025. As I do this, Mercury has just gone direct. Yippee! So all systems go, right? As always, I've prayed and meditated on the cards. And I have time-stamped everything below, so you can fast forward ahead. I'm going to do an introduction, some astrology, some oracle cards and tarot. There's some surprises with Uranus this week, so I'll mention that to you shortly. Okay, let's start with the introduction. There were some downloads that were important for me to share with the collective. So did you know your voice holds your frequency of your soul? And in ancient temples, priestesses weren't just singers, they were vibrational healers. They used chants, hums, and tones to balance energy fields, heal the body, and awaken divine memory. And even now, your voice, especially when spoken with intention, can shift matter, regulate your nervous system, and literally remind your cells who they are. This is sound alchemy. This is the power of the throat chakra. Speak gently to yourself. Sing when no one's listening. Your voice is sacred medicine. Okay, you can manifest with your voice. All right, so the next thing I wanted to mention is about the Akashic Records. Look, the Akashic Records aren't just some mystical filing cabinet. They're the cosmic hard drive where every thought, action, and event from every soul across time is encoded. So, look, it's like a surveillance system God installed before it was hijacked by the elites, right? So I won't go there, but it contains the original blueprint, the truth, and before it was controlled. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Now, a lot of us have done the work. And some of us are still healing. However, protecting your energy is vital. So you all know this, but I'm going to quickly go through the list. Protecting your energy, avoid people who take advantage of you. And keep yourself and your home energetically clean. And notice when your body contracts and listen to your body. It always gives you a heads up, and set energetic boundaries. And we all need to take breaks from everything, from noise, notification, news, phones, tech, everything. We need to take breaks. And you can bathe in water or sound to clear residual energy. Okay, even in the shower with intent, you can clear your energetic field. And let go of the need to be understood by everyone. Somebody who just won't get you. And before reacting, take a deep breath. I've got to learn to do this more often. I've got to count to 10 and take a deep breath because I react. Knee-jerk reaction. And disconnect from places and people that leave you drained. And get outside for sunlight and movement. It's important. Choose foods that provide wholesome energy. Your body knows what you need. Listen to that. Listen to your body. And prioritize rest without guilt. And step away from exhausting conversations you don't need to engage. Stop justifying your intuition. Your intuition knows. Don't compare yourself to anyone. End of story. And protect your frequency like it's your reputation. And be cautious of how you share your energy. I'm reading this list to you because it was so important for me to share. All right, so a lot of you are high vibrational, but continue to maintain that. You will know there's signs. The universe will speak to you with numbers and visions. Look up those numbers and visions. I was sitting outside, was it 2 days ago? and I had this magnificent stork sitting, it was huge, sitting on top of a lamppost, and it chose to be there until I took notice. I engaged with it, I took photos of it, I just looked, it just stared at me. It stood up on one leg, it stood then two, and it was just like it was surveying the landscape around me. It was just amazing. Anyway, I looked it up. It was quite significant. I haven't got the notes with me now to share with the collective, but do your research. It was a stork, so if that came up, it's the collective. And then, of course, yesterday we found there was a new baby. One of the cousins, it was her great-grandchild. Another great-grandchild came. So maybe that was the significance. But whatever it is, look it up for yourself. Now, signs of high vibration that, the strangers tell you their life stories, okay? And when you walk into a room, the energy shifts. And one of the highlights that you need to be aware of, you irritate toxic people by being authentic. That's a sign of high vibration, okay? You attract broken people to help heal them, and you feel deeply connected to nature and silence. Animals and children are naturally drawn to you. So these are all signs of high vibration. And people envy you and you don't know why. Okay? All right, let's go a little bit to, I read this as well. This was significant for people to be aware of. The people you fall in love with are soul contracts. Some come to awaken you through heartbreak. Some remind you of what you deserve. Some return to help you reclaim your power. Now, relationships might last a week or a lifetime, but none of it is meaningless. Before you came to Earth, you chose them. You chose each other to heal, to evolve, to remember. And sometimes you meet the one you've met across lifetimes. And the recognition is instant, the knowing is ancient, and the love is undeniable. And this is from someone called Lucas Salame, S-A-L-A-M-E. And I really resonated with that one. Okay, and a little bit more I just wanted to share. So, no longer hiding or apologizing for my multidimensionality, my spiritual gifts, my ability to see into the unseen, or anything else that makes overly logical people uncomfortable. If being attuned to the forces of the universe makes me weird to you, feel free to exit stage left. That's it. That's the intro. And I'll just have to timestamp it to see when that ends. Oh gosh, it's a long one. Okay, now the astrology, which is amazing, I might add. We've got today, as I do this, Venus conjunct Jupiter in Cancer. How lucky is that? Let's have a look. Let me look at the astrology, and I'll tell you, as I said to you, on August the 12th, tomorrow as well, Venus and Jupiter again for an intimate embrace. And the quality of time during this conjunction speaks of feelings of happiness, fulfillment, and intense, deep emotions. Everything that begins now, whether a new life, marriage, or project, carries this signature. I love that, okay? And let's see more on the astrology. All right, so as I said to you, Mercury turns direct today, and you can feel the confusing vibes dissipate almost immediately, ushering in a period filled with number of rare, powerful, positive aspects that will take us in until the end of the month. I love it. So Monday is excellent today, time to make peace and clear things up with anyone you may have had a misunderstanding with. More importantly, it is an auspicious moment to get projects off the ground, sign contracts, interview for a new job, or do anything you can to establish the basis for your future. Hopefully this doesn't take too long to upload, because there's a potent beneficial aspect between Saturn and Uranus as well, okay? Things started at this time could take off suddenly and blossom successfully. Now, Tuesday, tomorrow, ultra positive day brimming with teamwork, innovation, and gung-ho spirit that gets things done. And Thursday evening is a great time for quick-witted, effervescent conversation with friends, while Friday is an opportune time to schedule a romantic day after work. Okay, and the weekend, Saturday, is brimming with a bounty of uplifting energies. Whether you want to get into shape, get things done, enjoy art, or simply socialize, you'll have a lovely time. Okay, now, so today, Monday, don't allow Monday's rare aspect between Saturn and Uranus to go to waste. This is a time for action and laying firm foundations for future triumphs. And when I look at the chart, let's have a look. Uranus, where are they? Da-da-da-da-da. We've got them in Saturn and Uranus. Now, Uranus is always filled with surprises. So to me, you've got Uranus at 1 degree in Gemini and Saturn 1st degree in Aries, so both in Aries degree. So initiate anything that is going to be of benefit to you in your life. Okay, now the other thing I wanted to mention is I told you Uranus always never disappoints with surprises. And I was reading up on this. They've identified, now I'm just going to read the notes that I had, the 3-eye atlas. If you don't know what that is, it's a, let me look at my notes. It's a 3-eye, it's an interstellar object that's zooming through our solar system. Now, it was spotted on July 1st, 2025 by the Atlas telescope in Chile. I think it's a comet, maybe up to 12 miles wide, coming from another star system. Now, it's really moving crazy fast, like 130,000 miles per hour on a hyperbolical orbit. Which means it's just passing through, it's not sticking around like the first interstellar object. What was it? Oumuamua or something. Anyway, this one's got a coma, fuzzy cloud, gas and dust. Now, it's super fascinating because it might be super old, possibly 7 billion years older than our solar system, and could carry clues about how other star systems form. Now, it's not going to hit Earth, but the closest approach is 167 million miles, and it's going to be in December 2025. Now, it's too faint for the naked eye viewing, and it needs a decent telescope. So this is now, as I said to you, has been sighted on the 1st of July 2025, and it's going to be, look, I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe we're going to have contact. I don't know what it is exactly. I got this information from Grok, but it's worth researching yourself. And it's interesting that nobody's really making a highlight from it, but I wanted us to be aware of that. Now, because that's part of, I think, Uranus is going to bring a lot more surprises when it comes to technology, when it comes to things that are UFOs and extraterrestrial sightings. And, you know, there's a lot of, what did I see? What was coming from, what are those patterns they do in the, anyway, I forgot the name of them. They do them in the crop circles, that's right, yeah. So again, there was a drone taking a camera of a crop circle just forming from underneath. It was forming from under like a magnet. It was being done from underneath. All right, that is the astrology as well, and we can jump forward. I'm trying to keep these as short as possible. Okay, and then we can go to the oracle cards. Okay, let's have a look. I hope you're well wherever you are. I had to move rooms today, which is inconvenient, but never mind. My husband's doing some maintenance outside, and I didn't want him showing up topless again outside on the terrace. Okay, first card from Archangel Michael. Oh my goodness, I've got to listen to this one. Forgiveness. To err is human, to forgive is divine. Archangel Michael understands your past and present emotional pain. Forgiving yourself and others will bring you freedom and serenity. So collective, this is important. So what do we need to do? Well, we've got this card. So it says, you were not to blame, all was not as it seemed. Inherited pattern and healing required. A legal issue is going to be settled and a wrong righted, which will heal the relationship. Hearing from someone after a lengthy silence, karmic debt cleared. Wow. So Archangel Michael says we need to forgive, and just repeat after me, because our voice is going to heal us. I am forgiveness. I'm willing to free myself from the past. I'm willing to forgive all those who have ever harmed me, and I forgive myself for harming others. I know that the events of the past were there to help me evolve spiritually. I am grateful for all knowledge gained from these experiences, and I now let go and become free. Because, you know, old anger, fear, and resentment are dead weights. They are dead weights that slow you down and drain your vital energy. Archangel Michael will assist you with the process of forgiveness by supporting you and clearing emotions associated on request. So the first step is being willing to forgive, and forgiveness is a means to freeing your spirit and embracing your unlimited potential. So as he said, to err is human, to forgive is divine. So we forgive. We forgive. I try to, as often as I can. Some of the stuff I forgive, but I just don't forget. I just move on. All right, so next oracle card, Goddess Isis. I haven't given you any images. There's the image. Let's have a look. I like this one. Past life, present power. As the soul grows in service to the great feminine and her intention that all beings are healed and free, it gathers internal resources to assist on the path. These resources include powers and gifts from other lifetimes. You are currently integrating past life abilities to be open to what is taking place as your soul awakens ancient power and abilities in you. Now, you all know we've had the Lion's Gate portal on the 11th is the highlight, I believe, up until the 12th. So we've had the Lion's Gate portal up until, it was the 8th was the highlight rather, and up until the 12th. So we've all had an upgrade. We've all had ascension symptoms. It's been intense. So yes, without our knowledge, we've received upgrades and ascended. So we are not the same people we were, last month or last year or even last week. Okay, I love this one. Now, the next one, I'm going to give you a fortune oracle. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, you can't see the image, unfortunately. Oh, it's an eagle. You can't see it, but it's magnificent. All right, so we've got number 9. You will soar towards your destiny with greater clarity and strength. I love this. All right, for the week, guys, let's see. What are we going to do? This is for me and for you, all of you. The magnificent eagle flies high above the ground and is able to survey all that is below and beyond. Similarly, you will be able to look at your challenges and see the whole picture as never before. With the gift of clear, keen vision and the freedom to achieve your hopes and dreams like the eagle's sharp talons, you'll be able to grab hold of your destiny. Oh my goodness, it just shows perspective. All right, collective, we need to have a higher perspective on what's going on in our lives, because we're just here to learn. We're all passing through, remember that. So don't miss your chance. Just learn as quickly as we can, otherwise we'll continue to repeat the same mistakes. Look, we also says here we might be recovering from trauma or bad luck, by making wrong choices or by not even making a choice, by being indecisive. Now, all this is going to change. and obstacles will bring you closer to your goals. And be confident they will remain within your reach as you glide towards your destiny. And we are protected spiritually, by the way. So nothing can interfere with that. I think we're receiving spiritual knowledge on our life journeys, on our life paths. And a lot of us need to connect to your guides. Now, whether through prayer or meditation, it could be just intuitive understanding your gut when you're silent or still, or when you're able to align your body emotionally, physically, spiritually, open your auric field and just think of nothing, just clear your mind, and perhaps you'll receive, as as we all hope to receive the information. Something will trigger it. Okay, now for personal relationships, a relationship that has been troublesome will either resolve itself or grow stronger, or you will decide to let go of it. And the eagle's power can also make you more charismatic for the opposite sex, and your easy strength may attract many new suitors. So whatever you choose, 3 choices here. If it's meant to be, it'll stay and grow stronger, or you can make the decision yourself. Or someone new is going to come along, which will make it easier to move from that in the relationship. All right, career and money. Take a major leap forward in your progress. The potential to achieve greatness is yours. You could land your dream job or gain extra money from a pay rise, a job offer, inheritance, or lucky win. All right, so get a scratchy, everyone. So this week, power tip. Proudly place an eagle on your desk and derive strength and courage from this amazing creature. I'm going to take a photo of this picture of this eagle. I love it. And put it on my phone. Wow. Okay. So that's the oracle. Yep. Let's go now to the tarot and see what happens. Oh, it's another hot day. That's why I'm inside with the aircon where I am. I mean, I'm used to the heat. I love the heat here. But it's been relentless. It'll get better in September. So let's have a look. I've meditated and shuffled on the cards. So I'm going to lay them out here now. Okay, the first card is the 4 of Pentacles. Budgeting and holding on to everything. Okay, the next card is the challenge this week. We've got truth. We've got the King of Swords. So the heart of the matter is, as I said to you, budgeting more, holding on for dear life, holding on to your possessions, to your feelings, to everything. And the unknown factors, we have got returning to one's roots. We've got 6 of Cups, water energy. Okay, so we've got earth energy, air energy, water energy. The turning point this week, movement. The Chariot, number 7, major arcana, and the outcome is the beautiful, vibrant Queen of Wands, fire energy. Okay, what's going on this week? Let's see. So, holding on to people and possessions or issues. Look, it's deep-seated past issues and holding on to them or hoarding them, being stingy with your feelings and controlling situations, being possessive of others, and trying for financial security as well. The heart of the matter is to loosen up, because the challenge is we've got a King of Swords. It doesn't necessarily represent a male or a female. There's no gender in tarot. But the King of Swords is truth. He represents structure and routine, intelligent and rational, logical. He's got authority, and he uses his power of authority. But he's also, he uses conversation, and he's discerning. He's got good manners, very detached, cool dude. But he's honest, and he stands in his integrity. He's got ethics and morals, and he's stern when needed to be. So the challenge is to be ethical when you're authentic and you're discerning. You're able to cut through all the BS. Okay, that's the challenge. So don't be fearful on holding stuff from the past. Some of it was meant to teach us things. Some of it was meant to, some of it we've incurred because of, I don't know, is there such a thing as spiritual debt? I think there is, but we do repay it. Anyway, unknown factors in this week. We've got the past. So we've got, it involves children or childhood memories. It could be your inner child as well, that has influences over your current emotional state. Because you know what happens if you haven't healed your inner child. There's always the yearning and the, all those things. You can have childhood trauma that need to be healed. But in any event, there's the other side of this. The upshot of that is being homesick and being nostalgic about the past. Reunions are going to take place this week as well. There's a lot of playfulness and youthfulness and innocence, simplicity. So these are the unknown factors. So you might find that you're quite creative and youthful in your attitude, and look at the past with, nostalgia. Okay, rather than seeing it for what it is. And the turning point this week for these matters is, I love the Chariot. The Chariot, it could involve a vehicle, a car, a new car, but it is movement. It does represent, let's have a look, Cancer and the Moon. No obstacle will stop me now. So the turning point this week is moving ahead. As I said to you, Mercury's gone direct, so go ahead with all your plans. Go forward now, full blast. So victory is ahead and overcoming obstacles. You'll be successful, so be ambitious and determined. Use your willpower and self-discipline. So go ahead and do the hard work now and focus, because you will have clarity. You won't need to repeat it. You'll be clear on what you need to do. So that's the turning point. Be clear, and because you're in alignment, we've got here the two sphinxes. One is black and one is white, and you need both, like we do need day and night. Like we need the seasons, like everything, there's a balance, okay? So once you've reached that emotional balance, go ahead, full speed ahead. So it's got to do with, maybe it has got to do with our emotions. Maybe it has got to do with how we see everything and how we, if we've healed our inner child, and we're now able to be more rational and discerning with what's ahead for us. Anyway, and the outcome for the week is the Queen of Wands. I love the Queen of Wands. She's vibrant, she's energetic, she's strong and courageous. Fire sign, could be a man or a male in your life, could be a woman in your life. Confident, optimistic, outgoing, assertive, sexy. Oh gosh, a bit hot-tempered, but it is what it is. But efficient, sometimes forgetful, but I think forgets the stuff that's not important, because she's so busy being passionate about everything else. All right, so that is pretty good week, and I'm going to get a clarification on the Queen of Wands. Why is she there? Because I like the Queen of Wands. She's quite beautiful, actually. And she uses her intuition because the Queen of Wands has a little black cat in front of her. And she uses her. I've just dropped all the cards. I only wanted one card, please. One card for the collective. Why is the outcome the Queen of Wands? She could represent you, your energy at the moment being fiery. Okay, let's have a look. One card. Why Archangel Michael is the Queen of Coins there. They keep dropping again. Gosh, here we go. I won't pick them up if they drop. Okay, well, I've got the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. It's, you know, juggling a little bit with finances. She is going to bring it, though, to... what have I done? I haven't got that. I haven't got it where. She will manage. It has got to do with being passionate and fiery, and she's there to manage because she's juggling two things. Maybe this is what happens if with a divine feminine. We're always juggling, aren't we? Whether it's got to do with home and career, or whether it's got to do with being true to yourself, but also, you know, nurturing your family. We're always doing more than the divine feminine is always doing more. So what's required is balance. The Six of Pentacles is being in a position to be able to have enough within yourself to be able to give. So if you're running on empty, you cannot do anything for anyone else. So what you need to do is make sure you put yourself first, make sure you are in a good place, emotionally, physically, spiritually, even financially, before you can give to others. Okay, so the Divine Feminine is here now as the outcome for this. It is a female, and it is fire energy. And fire energy, of course, is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, any of those signs. All right, we've come to the end. Thank you if you've made it thus far. You're a champ. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your energy. I much appreciate if you can share or give me some feedback, or your likes, your shares, subscribes, whatever. And until next week, okay, look after yourself. Lots of love to you. Bye.